Let's try River from India. River from India, welcome to the program. River, you're on. You just have to select the correct audio device and everyone will be able to hear you.
Okay, am I on now?
You're on right now, yeah.
Awesome. How are you doing, David?
I'm doing well.
Okay, I'm curious in your thoughts on ChatGPT and Google's change in ethical stance to releasing their GPTs faster, or attempting to release the GPTs faster in order to get ahead of the market competition.
River, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. The captivity of ChatGPT?
No. I'm sorry. My mic maybe. Okay. I said I'm curious in your thoughts on ChatGPT and Google's change in ethical stance
Oh,
to release their own machine learning products faster
yeah.
in order to get ahead of the market competition.
You know, I don't know what Google is doing yet. I have a handful of articles bookmarked about this exact issue, and I would be reading them right now were it not for this stream. I want to look into that. I don't know what Google is doing, but I'm very interested in the fact that Google has started to act very quickly. And you know what is interesting? I have started to use ChatGPT for certain searches. And I realized as I was doing it, you know, this is the type of thing I used to go to Google for, but ChatGPT will write me a summary. And I then realized, is this a threat to Google? Now, there are people who say ChatGPT is not a threat to Google search. I think it remains to be seen.
I will note. I will note. I mean, obviously, you're smarter than me, but
Well, I don't know
I
that.
will. I will ask you to be careful of the information produced via ChatGPT. It often just lies
Yeah,
with confidence.
right.
Yeah, and makes up research names and articles, and then when you point it out, it just says sorry, and then makes up more information. So yeah, I'm curious. Have you ever tried Indian food? What are your thoughts on Indian food?
Have I ever tried Indian food? Of course. I've been eating Indian food for decades.
Uh, Anything in particular you like significantly?
I'm a big tandoori guy. I like the tandoori dishes. You know, honestly, part of the tough thing about talking to you about this is I don't know how many of these are just American dishes that don't actually exist in India, but there's a chicken eggplant dish that I love. Like, is that a thing? Chicken aubergine?
Yes. That's probably from Calcutta.
Okay.
Um, yeah, we call it Bajha. You
Okay.
probably would be able to pronounce that. Yeah. Um,
Bajha.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, nice talking to you. Nice
Yeah,
getting to know your
you know,
thoughts on
one of
this.
my
I'm gonna
favorite
jump.
Indian experiences was actually in London. There's an Indian breakfast spot called Dishoom, and they have great non-egg breakfast sort of like wraps, and it's absolutely fantastic, River.
Oh, that generally sounds lovely. I've heard a lot about British Indian food from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
Hey, last
I'm gonna jump
question.
back there.
The
Oh, sorry.
street food, there are these stereotypes that if you have street food in a place like Mumbai, where you are, that it is
Yeah.
extremely likely that you're going to end up sick. Is that the case? Is that the case for locals? Is it only for tourists who aren't used to something, or is that not really true?
So it is true, and you're probably going to end up sick. You're probably even going to end up sick in or like within the toilet for like low end restaurants.
Okay.
Upper end restaurants or middle restaurants cook. It depends on the restaurant. It depends on the kind of street food and where you're getting the street food from.
Yeah.
So obviously, like, there's no general stance, but I have heard. Okay, so there is this thing which, as much as I hate to say this and like, admit to this, not every Indian person can actually tolerate spicy food,
Hmm.
but a lot of people just eat the food anyway because it tastes so good and go to the toilet because to them it's worth it.
I'm not
Um,
talking about spicy though. I'm talking from well, anyway, okay, that's fair. I think I understand where you're going, but wow, it sounds like quite a situation. Let's put it that way.
yeah, I've never had an experience for ending up sick from eating street food
Okay.
from like any sort of health related issues. So I've never I've if you're attaining to health related issues
Yeah.
like not coming from spice, I've never had that experience.
And
So
do
that's
you as a local, do you drink tap water? Is it treated or do you drink bottled water?
I do not drink tap water. Tap water is treated, and Delhi and Mumbai are the only places where tap water is supposed to be safe enough to drink.
Yeah.
Um, but I would not recommend drinking tap water.
Really?
I have, yeah, I would not recommend drinking tap water. I have an aquaguard okay, I have a water filtration system at home,
Yeah.
and I think most Indian households have water filtration systems at home.
Hmm.
Is that similar? Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, God. Oh, you're from Argentina, right? Is that similar in Argentina, or
You know,
how
in
does?
Argentina, here's the thing about Argentina. Argentina has parts of the country that are completely like developing parts of the world with no running water, period. Okay. But when
Yeah.
I go to Buenos Aires, everybody drinks the tap water. It's completely fine.
Oh,
Yeah. It varies greatly within the country.
okay. That's quite fascinating, actually.
Yeah. Now, there's a
Um,
guy named Andrew Taint who says it's very low brow to drink tap water.
yeah, he also buys Lamborghinis and gets arrested for human trafficking. So I don't really trust that guy much. But
You
yeah,
know what? I think you're probably right. You're probably smart not to. Yeah. I think that's a smart move. River, it's been an absolute pleasure.
absolutely same. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. There is
I'm good.
River from Mumbai, India.